High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Physical Therapy Central is proud to be keeping you in the game of life. Now with a convenient location in Kingfisher. Get back to the game of life faster with PT Central.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
First Bank is a proud supporter of Okarche Warrior Basketball. Visit us on the web at www.firstbankokarche.com. Take us around the world with our internet banking, mobile banking, and debit cards. Everyone at First Bank wishes the boys and girls good luck. Member FDIC.
Is it significant? Yeah. Historic? Absolutely. You know, around here we like to try to make things as easy as possible, and I feel like I did that.
Why is Nathan holding a press conference?
Because he got a review. Customer says it's the best car buying experience they've had in like 40 years.
Considering how we do business, I'm not surprised.
Best buying experience in 40 years.
The cables aren't hooked up. Where's the camera? What a rookie.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Physical Therapy Central is proud to be keeping you in the game of life. Now with a convenient location in Kingfisher. Get back to the game of life faster with PT Central.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
First Bank is a proud supporter of Okarche Warrior Basketball. Visit us on the web at www.firstbankokarche.com. Take us around the world with our internet banking, mobile banking, and debit cards. Everyone at First Bank wishes the boys and girls good luck. Member FDIC.
Is it significant? Yeah. Historic? Absolutely. You know, around here we like to try to make things as easy as possible, and I feel like I did that.
Why is Nathan holding a press conference?
Because he got a review. Customer says the best car buying experience they've had in like 40 years.
Considering how we do business, I'm not surprised.
Best buying experience in 40 years.
The cables aren't hooked up. Where's the camera? What a rookie.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Few things bring communities together like high school sports. The passion, the drama, the atmosphere, the tremendous thrill of victory, and the agonizing pain of defeat. There's nothing like it, and nobody in Oklahoma brings you all of that better than Squirtle. So sit back, hold on, and get ready for another thrilling ride, because it's time once again for the Squirtle Game of the Week.
Assisted by Brandon Trace, Tony Williams, and Hunter Frisbee. And now it's time for your starting lineups. At guard, 5'2", senior number 2, At guard, 16 junior number 3,
All right, here ready to go in the regional final for the boys, and this should be a really good one. Okarche 24-2.
Nice look.
Right off the bat, PK Harris lays it in off the tip, and here comes the pressure. Velma, this is going to be a contrast of styles as well. Velma would prefer this game to be in the 40s, and I think Okarche would prefer this game to be in the 140s.
Well, and it's going to be another scenario with the way that Okarche plays. Tough to simulate that. And we see early on Okarche with an easy bucket and then a quick turnover.
Roby, freshman, drops it off for Muggenberg. And Jeff Muggenberg, the freshman, misses the shot. It's a jump ball. Possession will go to the Comets, starting for Velma tonight. Crew Garrett, a senior, Langston Walker, a junior, Jackson Lohr, a freshman, Cameron Wiggins, a senior, and Alex Wilkerson, a senior. Wilkerson, big player inside, state tournament experience for the Comets. Had a good run to the semifinals in 2021.
Tough shot there.
Aggressive penetrating kick, 3 no. And the Comets are lucky to retain possession there as Langston Walker ended up with it. A couple of Velma players went together. Nice look, another layup.
Goodness.
Oh, another steal. Steps inside. Muggenberg traveled. I need some wet ones, man. We were treated to some spectacular hospitality here.
Yeah, it was really good.
Great job on the ribs and the barbecue. Steal, pass. Credit the steal and the assist to Pinkerton. And the bucket inside to, was that Ruby the Shore? 6-0. Things not going at the tempo at all or the pace that Velma would like to see.
Well, it's just if you haven't seen it and you have to experience the first time, taking care of the ball is obviously a key, especially against the kind of pressure that Okarche is going to bring to you. But they just speed you up, and then they score so quickly on you. You look up at the scoreboard, and next thing you know, you're down by 10.
One of the 2 losses for Okarche came in the season opener in a game at Class 2A Preston way back on November the 4th. They scored 92 points in the regional game here on Thursday against Coyle to advance to this final. It tells you what kind of explosiveness, and Velma is having a hard time even getting the ball in bounds.
It was a
rebound inside, shots affected, and Velma is a little fortunate so far that Okarche hasn't shot the ball well.
I think they're going to change this one back the other way.
They are discussing it. You know, this is an interesting regional because these are 2 teams that have been successful over the last few years, but really not a matchup that you might see and not many common opponents.
Yeah, really, it's really not a horrible drive here, but they play in different areas of the state, right?
They do. Bucket by Alex Wilkerson, a talented senior. He's going to have to play a big part of this if Velma is going to want to advance to the area championship. Nice drive by Jeff Muggenberg for the basket.
You know, the Velma fans, if they have not seen Okarche play, it will surprise you how quick they get the ball out of the basket and go the other way.
Into the paint, good shot by Crew Garrett. And it is now 8-4, so Velma going to get a turnover of their own here potentially, and that ball will go out of bounds. Quick hands displayed for Velma by Kellen Biffle, freshman. Nice screen to get Roby open. Good
Not
hustle.
a good decision.
Tipped away by Harris. Let him play inside, and a rebound by Jeff Muggenberg.
Velma looks shell-shocked. It's too much dribbling.
Underneath, Wilkerson's going to get the bucket, and he's also going to draw a foul. It's automatic when he gets that close. The foul goes on P.K. Harris. And Wilkerson connects. Velma's only 2 losses this season. To Marlowe, they lost to highly rated Roth in Class B. Good hustle to get back and stop a layup by Langston Walker. The ball will stay in possession of Okarche, but prevented a layup.
Good crowd. We talked about that in the girls' game. It's pretty full here.
Nice movement inside, bucket for P.K. Harris. A good pass to get the ball in there from Hunter Muggenberg. It'll be an and one opportunity.
And P.K. is such a cool story. Kid that, you know, in his younger days, you know, he's played ever since he's been a freshman, but he's more of a guard-oriented type player and has really stepped up in a senior role and kind of does a lot of the dirty work and plays much bigger than his frame is.
We're going to foul on the drive to the basket. Langston Walker is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First foul on Easton Roby. Walker gets them both, 15-9. Velma hanging around.
Look.
Wow, that's just great effort, outworking everybody else. P.K. Harris, just like you talked about, Adam, to get in there and get position. Wilkerson all alone. Probably should have gone up in his zone. Well, the ball is tapped around, the rebound comes out to Okarche, and here they go. Inside, bucket, count it. And that's a block, and I think it's a good call. The player was standing right underneath the basket. Garrett picked up the foul. Wiggins comes out of the game.
Kind of like the girls' game. You look up there and it's a 10-point lead. Okarche's got a great start. Look at the hustle.
They've had the better of things so far that way. 3:30 to go. They've already got 19 points.
We'll break down the uniforms here in a minute, but I'll tell you one thing is both these teams have some interesting shoe game going on. I mean,
and unlike the Okarche girls, the Okarche boys have given us the purple uniform, the purple numbers.
Like it. The only complaint I have about the Okarche uniform is you got to put a logo on the side of the shorts.
3-point shot, count it from Wyatt Pinkerton. All 5 starters have scored. 11-point lead. And a 5-second call, and a little confusion between Walker and the inbounder.
Well, the one thing I've noticed here early is Velma's standing around too much. You're not going to be able to stand around against Okarche. If you stand around, they're going to throw the ball right by you, or they're going to take it away from you.
Kenny Bear wants a timeout. 24-11. We'll take it with him. What a first half explosion by the Warriors here up 13.
Come back after it.
30-second timeout for Kenny Bear, the coach at Velma. Alma 24-11. They were beaten in the 2021 semifinals by Garber. I believe that was the eventual champion that year.
Yep. Will Jones is led Garber Wolverines. That was a good Garber team. It was a great game, that game against Velma was.
Both of these teams went out in the same spot last year. They both went out in the regional tournament in the Saturday elimination game. Okarche lost to Regent Prep. Velma lost to Caddo. That's going to be a foul, hard foul over the back. Send Wilkerson to the free throw line, but both in a better position this year to be in this regional final where they've guaranteed a spot in the area tournament.
That was a pretty hard foul.
Velma has the logo on the back of the neck. Got some nice piping on the uniforms as well.
Simple and clean. Yeah, I just noticed the little Comet logo. I didn't even see that.
Pinkerton was able to get behind the defense. Three-point shot. Count it. Shot with confidence, Hunter Muggenberg. He's got 7. 27-12.
Goodness, they're going to score 40 points in this quarter at the rate they're going. Nice look. Great hands.
Out of bounds and stay here. Yeah, I don't know there's much anything can be done about this right now. Just playing at a different level of intensity. Ball goes between the legs. And a turnover, unforced error, one of the few so far. Jackson Lohr throws it forward, and a nice lay-in by Cameron Wiggins. Second possession in a row that ends in a turnover without a look at the bucket. Nice behind the back dribble, and the ball's tipped away by Pinkerton.
Yeah, we saw Okarche start off quick against Coyle the other night, and then the second and third quarter, really the second quarter, Coyle came back strong in that quarter. So it's the way Okarche plays too is if you can, they're going to keep playing fast, so you're going to have opportunities to get easy baskets. The problem is you can't turn it over, and that's what Velma's been doing.
Foul on the perimeter on Jeff Muggenberg. Yeah, you don't want to commit fouls that far away from the basket. Margin's 13. Three shot, no. Rebound inside, and ball will go over to Okarche. Pump fake, contact, late whistle, but the right call. Easton Roby will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Roby gets the first free throw. First time into the game for Slade Strickland, a freshman. Roby's second free throw is off. Here come the Comets. 1 on 2. And shot goes anyway for Crew Garrett. Pinkerton fires from the corner. No, there's a fast shot, like you said. Got a chance to get it back to 10, maybe 9.
Good look.
Really good look. And a bucket. Strickland, the freshman, gets to go. And that looked like over and back. Nice strip, but it'll stay. Those quick hands by Strickland, who made an immediate impact in the game with a bucket and then a potential steal.
Well, this group of subs for Velma has given him some life here in the first quarter. Nice inbounds play. Wow.
Layup is blown. Caden Schieber missed the layup and go to the other end, and that's goaltending. Count the bucket.
Magnified, 2 mistakes.
Slade Strickland, 4 points on a near steal at about 30 seconds of game time, and it's an 8-point game.
Well, they didn't get to 40. They went backwards. Velma with a nice close to this quarter.
You may have used the old announcer's curse. Stymie the scoring.
Tough shot.
Crossover, no. And Velma might get one more shot at cutting into this lead. We talked about that's a spot. That's a spot right there. Just needed a little more across that line. We've seen more shots go in from that spot in the last 2 or 3 weeks than I have ever. We've reached the end of one. Nice run for Velma to close the quarter, 28-20 in favor of the Warriors.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available. Auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Welcome back, 28-20 at the end of the first quarter. Alex Wilkerson had 8 points, and he is the top scorer for this Velma team. But when he went out of the game, they were able to handle this pressure a little bit more and did a good job of kind of coming to life. Both Arapahoe Butler and Velma had a hard time getting started in this gym tonight.
Yeah, Okarche with the great start, but like what we talked about, they're going to give you opportunities to get back in the game the way they play. And if you don't capitalize on them, they'll bury you.
Three-point shot, no. They all really do hustle and play with a lot of intensity. All looks are not created equal in this offense, and there is a stark contrast to the way the boys play and the girls play. This is a dribble drive offense, and there's a turnover. So I think you have to be careful at sometimes not to just fire up a three and off a dribble.
That's not a good decision.
That was a bad pass, but they got bailed out on a foul call.
He had a hold of him.
That dribble drive offense does create a lot of chaos, and it is tough to get rebounding position because you're all over the place. There's a lot of movement. Deep three is in. I don't know what kind of English was on that from Cameron Wiggins, but that ball looked like it was going to spin out. It spun back in. The game is back to 5.
Just like that we talked about earlier. I mean, he scored, I think that's like about a 10-0 run for Okarche, or Velma.
Foul on the floor. It's going to go on number 11, Jackson Lohr. There's a wide open three. No good. Rebound goes to Wiggins. And a foul the other way. We finally got a little Velma crowd action going.
It's a lot of maroon over there.
Braxton Smith is checked into the game. He picks up the foul. Okarche gets to set the press. You don't make shots, you don't get to set the press. Nice move to the basket. Really great move by the freshman, Jackson Lohr. It's a 3-point game. Foul is called. It's going to send Okarche to the free throw line. Now, you were going to make some commentary on the shoes tonight?
Yeah. A lot of colors. Got some lime green, might be Squirtle green. So I'm digging those. Got a peach color from the Pinkerton kid. Wiggins is rocking some blue ones. We got some pink shoes. We got like a little bit of everything out there. Whatever happened to the team shoe, Mark?
It's gone. It's long gone.
Okay.
And the shoe game is much different than when it was for me, and I am not near as literate as I should be about it. So I really don't have much of an idea about who's wearing what.
Look.
It was a great pass. There's Wilkerson to come up with the rebound inside. He just creates so much space. It's a great pass by Wiggins, but they couldn't finish.
Well, now Velma's settled in. It's going to be a foul on Okarche. It's a good call.
We're going to have free throws no matter who the foul's on.
Muggenberg kind of fell on top of him on the loose ball.
Hunter Muggenberg's first, and free throws coming up for Crew Garrett. He's got a chance to tie the game.
This is quite a response by Velma. I was extremely worried early on. They were just a little shell-shocked by the speed, but they've started to match it. Got to hit free throws though in this game, in all games. Big
shot, no. Rebound underneath to Garrett. Garrett.
Oh, good look.
Cameron Wiggins on the great assist from Wilkerson. And what do we have here? A timeout? Technical?
Timeout.
Timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. All tied at 27. One of the same problems that they've had is they've not been making baskets for about the last 5 minutes of game time, and so no pressure has been able to be set up by Okarche.
Yeah, and it's like what we talked about. Okarche's going to give you opportunities in games if you can just settle in and take care of the ball. The way they play, you're going to have opportunities. I mean, you've noticed Velma's had a lot of wide open shots. Of course, they hit a tough three a second ago, but they're going to give you those. The key is not turning over. And like you said, defending on the other end. And Velma defensively has been a lot better the last about 6 to 7 minutes of this game.
You can just see them. There's infinitely more life on this team coming out of the huddle here. And they're playing with some confidence now, and I think that really kind of mitigates what the home court was, which I think was decisive early for Okarche.
Yeah, and the crowd, man, they erupted. They got into it big time.
I thought there was a technical foul. That's what I had reacted there because it was such a loud reaction from the crowd. We're going to see any difference here in what Aaron West wants to do?
Oh, they're going to keep playing the way they do. Good shot.
I think maybe in that timeout, that's the shot that they wanted to go outside and become really 3-point shot heavy in this run for Velma. Another good pass.
Is that a boom mic over there?
Similar, yes, it is. Pinkerton misses the three, rebound won't go.
I think
position for Smith.
I think it's necessary anytime you see a boom mic, you got to give a shout out, right?
I don't know how that's not picking up a lot
That's
of
what
that sound.
That's what I was wondering. Oh, goodness.
That was either throw it in or suffer a 5-second violation. And another example of how the Velma defense has picked up.
That's tough.
Saved right underneath and bucket. Jackson Moore in the right spot at the right time. Block and one. First lead of the night for the Velma Alma Comets.
Well, they stayed the course, and now, like you mentioned, things are falling for them. Freshman, man, it's a good-looking freshman here for Velma. He has handled himself well here in this first half.
Slade Strickland, also the freshman off the bench with 4 points. Lohr didn't score until a little bit through the second quarter, and Wiggins is going to try to tip it to himself and does. Puts it up and gets it to go. It's a 4-point lead for Velma.
Wow.
This is about a 20-point run for the Comets.
Well, we saw this happen in a kind of a different manner in the Quill game. See how Okarche responds. Good answer.
It's a big answer by P.K. Harris. Strickland comes into the game. It's a chance to get all four back on that offensive rebound, but it doesn't go.
Be careful dribbling too much.
Yeah, I mean, you had a nice admonition there, but by about the time you'd said that, he'd worked his way into a good spot, but he was caught double dribbling.
He must have touched it with two because I didn't see it from my vantage point, but official had a better eye than I did, I'm sure. Velma's just been a lot better defensively here in the last 10 minutes of this game. I mean, it all started kind of late in that first quarter.
I think we're seeing a little bit more disciplined offense from Okarche here after that timeout.
Nice look.
That's how they built the lead. Great pass to P.K. Harris, and he gets fouled and goes to the free throw line.
It's such a great job using his body because he's really not a tall player. I mean, 6 foot or so, and there's a lot taller guys in there, but man, he shields off defenders, he creates space, and he finishes towards the basket.
He's got 12. That's a game high, and that press is set up again. It is 5 straight now for Okarche. Ball tipped away. Runner, no. And let's see, we'll have a foul on Okarche. It looks like it's going to be over the back by Hunter Muggenberg.
I believe that's his second or third. Second.
One-on-one opportunity coming up for Kellen Biffle, another freshman.
Going to check some other Class A scores of interest on the boys' side. Oh, goodness. Ceiling is all over Oklahoma Bible Academy, 41-15 at halftime.
Just the one loss for Ceiling this year to Laverne?
I believe that's correct, yes. Liberty leads Rattan 19-16 at half. Vanos over Drummond 35-27 in the third.
Deep three, may have been contact. West wanted it, didn't get the call. And there's a steal, great hustle, and a missed basket, rebound, shot blocked. Shot is blocked. What a crazy sequence of action that's going to send Wyatt Pinker to the free throw line. It caused me not to speak temporarily.
Freshman against freshman there. Number 11 against 11. These are two of the better freshmen to state, especially in this class. Another score of interest. OK is all over Frontier. They are not just OK. How many times are people going to use that?
I don't know. It's a good
saying?
One. That's the first time I've heard it.
It is? OK. They're up 33-16 at half on Frontier. I had a superintendent, Coach Dusty Torrey, who knows a little bit of hoops, won him a state championship. He says that OK boys are the team to look out for. He said they are really balanced. They shoot the ball extremely well, and they score in bunches.
I think only 2 losses in the season and played up. Some competition for sure.
Look at that hustle by, I mean, right idea.
If you can just kind of hold on, you're going to get a good look, I think, eventually. But they couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I mean, if you just notice on that possession there, Mark, I mean, literally there are 3 guys defending, you know, somebody out on the perimeter, and so there's got to be a guy open, right? But they just make you, they speed you up so much.
Foul inside. That's going to send Roby to the free throw line. Didn't hear the foul was called on, so hold on, we still got
number 10.
Okay. That Ceiling boys team, I've been impressed with them this year. I know that the last time we saw them a couple Saturdays ago, they gave a big late run to Lomega, who was eliminated yesterday, but it's a good squad.
Well, and I mean, had a great run this year in football too. They
Wilkerson clears the glass after a couple of attempts inside from Okarche.
Had a little interference with our internet there for a minute, so we might have been a little choppy for all the fans that are out there, but we should be back now. Tyler Kerr saved the day. We've got the Pond Creek crew today. We've got Cole Jones up top running the camera and Tyler Kerr down here producing for us.
2 shots for Wilkerson coming up, or excuse me, that's Wiggins.
We were talking about the OK team, and I'm pretty sure you remember. Cole is not on the headset, so he didn't have to listen to the story probably the 1,000th time in his life, but Cole was a part of that Pond Creek Hunter game where OK stole the ball and scored with less than 2 seconds on the clock in the semifinals that one year in Class A boys. That was a tough deal.
It's good of you to bring that up while he's not on the headset. Since Tyler Kerr is not on the headset, we will tell you that he is about to go out on his own and open up a tout service for high school sports. 3-point shot for Wyatt Pinkerton.
He's got his eye on a couple college games he just told me about too. A couple of the teams I didn't even know played basketball. There it is.
Wiggins, let's go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's a blocking foul on Schieber. It's about that time of the year where you will have some conference tournament action, you know, middle of the week.
You're talking about, I don't know if that's a correct score. Got any scores in 4A? Bishop McGuinness leads Bethany 21-15 at halftime. That was one of those games you were talking about.
I think McGuinness is a state tournament team. I mean, they're going to. OCS is in that regional, and so are a bunch of other good ones. But McGuinness is really playing good basketball right now.
Oh, goodness. OCS is up 49-11 at halftime over Western Heights. Douglas is up 10 at half.
Under 8 seconds. What a nice move to get to the basket. Couldn't finish it off. Rebound being fought for on the floor, and that will end the first half. It's been a good one. Velma comes back and scores 18 in the quarter. They trailed by 8 at the end of one. They trail by 5 here. 43-38 in favor of Okarche. We'll take the halftime break with them and come back with a great second half of action here to decide regional champion in Class A.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Welcome back. Halftime of the boys regional final. Okarche on top of Velma by 3, 43-38. Haley Mitchell, the head coach of the Okarche Lady Warriors, joins us. Big win tonight over Arapahoe Butler. I was here in November. I saw your team play Lomega. Saw your team play tonight. A lot better.
That's good to hear. We always hope by February we've improved.
Well, I think that was really noticeable that you guys, not saying that you didn't play well that night, but I think that really the offense tonight was so flawless at the beginning of the game, inside, outside with the post and the shooting. You guys hit some early outside shots, and really I thought just overwhelmed a good team.
Well, thank you. That was kind of our game plan, was to go inside, outside, let the shot come to us, not force it, but definitely use our inside presence against them.
Emma Stover, I ran out of room putting up points. Is that a career high for her tonight?
That is a career high, yes. We were very proud of her for hitting that. It was career high, and she hit her 1,200 points, so we were very proud of her.
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment for high school basketball. And you've got a veteran team. You've got 3 seniors on this squad. You guys were able to make it to the state tournament last year. So what's your mindset now playing into the postseason?
Our biggest mindset's definitely been one game at a time, but having that senior leadership and having juniors out there has made a big difference for us, and just focusing on our game plan and what we need to do to execute. And it's going to be different things each game, and taking our strengths and using those against each team or each opponent.
Yeah, no doubt. And then both Jaylee and Jaden had good games tonight, got off to a really good start shooting the ball from the three-point line. Do you like to take the threes after you throw the ball inside? And your ball movement is excellent, so you prefer it that way?
Yes, thank you. That's what we've really been focusing on, especially postseason and late January, is that ball movement. And we don't mind. We'll take the three, but we want it to go inside first and then come back out to us and set up a shooter.
Well, it worked flawlessly tonight in the big victory. Do you ever take for granted playing in this environment? This is your last game here this year.
Gosh, we never do. We were so excited to get a regional and get to use our facility, and we just feel so blessed to have this. And that's what the girls, we've really focused on, relishing the moment and getting to have your home crowd behind you, and it doesn't get better than this. You know, Arapahoe travels so well, and then Velma boys travel so well, so it's been an awesome environment.
Right, it's been outstanding. I know you get this question a ton, but what's it like coaching with your mom on the bench?
It was wonderful. Getting to coach with her was such a joy, and I mean, I've learned so much from her, and I think every person in this town says we just feel like we hear your voice, and it's her again, and so we laugh about it. But it's been so wonderful getting to have that, and even though she's retired, I drag her back into practices and make her come up and help, and the girls love it, and they respect it so much, and it's been great.
Outstanding. Congratulations, Haley. Best of luck at area next week.
Thank you so much.
All right, it will be Okarche and Van Os in Shawnee in the area finals. Winner of that game goes on to the big house. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half of the boys' game here. It's Okarche on top of Velma by 5. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight.
I'm happy to be here. I'll come out here and watch the game anytime.
Well, we loved it. Did you guys make sure and help yourself out?
We did.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Is your spouse's snoring becoming an issue? Have you been told that you need a sleep study but refuse to go into a sleep lab? Then Next Gen Sleep is here to help with our innovative solution for the evaluation, testing, and treatment of sleep apnea. Next Gen is proud to offer this FDA-approved, convenient, and affordable solution that can be done all from the comfort of your own home. Call today to get started. 405-308-3324 or email us at information@nextgensleep.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere, on any device, perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Physical Therapy Central is proud to be keeping you in the game of life. Now with a convenient location in Kingfisher. Get back to the game of life faster with PT Central.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Electricity, that's what we've been about since 1936. Since then, Cimarron's mission of bringing electricity to its members has been nothing short of successful. But over the years, it's become more than that. It's about powering our neighbors' heating in the winter, keeping the lights on at the ball field, and keeping your phones charged to capture those special moments. We are proud to be part of your community. Thank you for being part of Cimarron for all of these years.
First Bank is a proud supporter of Okarche Warrior Basketball. Visit us on the web at www.firstbankokarche.com. Take us around the world with our internet banking, mobile banking, and debit cards. Everyone at First Bank wishes the boys and girls good luck. Member FDIC.
Is it significant? Yeah. Historic? Absolutely. You know, around here we like to try to make things as easy as possible, and I feel like I did that.
Why is Nathan holding a press conference?
Because he got a review. Customer says it's the best car buying experience they've had in like 40 years.
Considering how we do business, I'm not surprised.
Best buying experience in 40 years.
The cables aren't hooked up. Where's the camera? What a rookie.
You have to sign these kids up for Gamblers Anonymous.
Speaking of that, just saw old friend Randy Harris come over at halftime. It's PK's dad.
You didn't know that?
Did not know that. Didn't know it. So anyway, now I know. And I owe Randy a debt, and I go way back with him to the days when we were in college. He came up to a remote one time and said, hey, look, I'm in a chat room with the guy that really knows his stuff. You ought to put him on the radio. I think he'd do a good job. And I said, okay. I said, well, just give me his contact information. He said, yeah, I'd love to talk to you. That guy is Todd Furman.
Wow.
And, Todd has worked for ESPN. He's worked for Fox. He's worked for CBS. Working
He's
for
a
CBS
stud,
right
man.
now.
I love listening when he's on your segment.
We were the second show in the country to have him on. And Todd and I have become good friends. Spent a lot of time with him in Vegas. And he's even been here a few times to see Thunder games and Bedlam games and OU Texas games. So
you should text him and tell him to tune in to Okarche Warriors and watch watch his son.
I will send him a text. He probably is at home tonight. I don't know that he's sweating out any games more than Tyler Kerr, but
no, I love it when you do that segment with him. He is as informed as anybody. A quick start here to the second half for Velma.
Free throw's good by PK Harris.
Good look.
There's Wilkerson finishing it off. Oh, yep. I think that's the right call. Came in late, really getting up kind of slowly as Roby.
Okarche attacks the goal fearlessly. It is it's something to watch, I'll tell you that.
Right to the basket, good runner in the lane. No, Wilkerson tried to tap it around and the rebound comes down to Roby. Great fast break, ball doesn't touch the floor. Hunter Muggenberg finishes it off at the basket. 7-point lead. 3 ball, no. Wilkerson fighting for it. Wiggins puts it up short. The ball kicks out and Okarche's got a 3-on-2. Here's where they're at their best. And a foul on Wiggins. And this game is on another one of those Okarche bursts where they're playing off of turnovers and getting to the basket. And PK Harris is going to go to the free throw line.
Just keep getting all these text messages about that Ripley Garber game and that video from that half-court shot. That was crazy. It seems like this time of the year we get 1 or 2 of those. And we'll end up getting 1 or 2 more, in the big school stuff too. So
I should work a deal with a television station. That might be awesome.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Only if we knew somebody.
That's the case. We just don't know the right people.
That's trouble. Can't cross over
this
like
is how
that.
it goes. Just like that, it's falling apart again for Velma, which I think, to me, they've proven they're a really good team. Even to be able to take a blow like they did earlier in this game and come back and take a 4-point lead, but they're in the middle of another storm right here.
It's too much dribbling. Basket's going to be good.
Basket's good, but we had a push underneath. I think the push is going to go on Walker. That is on Wilkerson. Foul number 3 on the big man for the Comets.
What's the line? Oh, okay.
Good hands by Wilkerson to get it to Wiggins. Looked like they had 8 guys out there. Wiggins is able to steal it. And a foul is called on Hunter Muggenberg. Ooh, in a dangerous spot.
Somebody's open.
There was good. Good discipline. Jackson Lohr gets on the backside to put it in. Yeah, there's 3 players trapping the ball at all times. That is a block. That's going to be the 4th foul on Wilkerson. He just didn't quite get there fast enough. And that's a big foul for the Comets with over 12 minutes to go in the game. Jake Sullivan in.
You know, it's interesting. We talk about the Wilkerson kid being their leading scorer, and obviously he's one of their best players, if not their best player. But when he went out earlier on, that's when Velma kind of made their run with a little bit of a smaller lineup. I think they handled the pressure a little better.
It's a good pressure break. Wiggins got into the paint.
That's a tough shot.
No. Okarche really has owned the boards. Harris lays it in. 17 points for Harris, and the lead is back out to 10. I don't know how many comebacks Velma has in him tonight. Wiggins, elbow jumper, short.
It's not a great shot.
Bucket for Jeff Muggenberg. 12-point lead.
Just like that, right? Ooh.
That hurt. I could hear that.
Nice. Hustle.
That's going to be an and one for Crew Garrett. It was in the right place at the right time. Foul's going to go on Wyatt Pinkerton. You remember Pear Steamer? Was it Pear Steamer for Loyola Marymount? Or who was the other guy that was the human bruise? It reminds me. I think Wyatt Pinkerton is the high school human bruise.
Yes.
See his body just flying around.
I mean, Jet and Hunter Muggenberg have spent a lot of time on the floor tonight, too, also. Can never fault Okarche for their effort.
Maybe over the back called on Hunter Muggenberg, and it is foul number 4. So Muggenberg gets a rest. Caden Schieber comes in.
Good look.
Great defense inside, but a rebound and a putback by the junior Jake Sullivan, his first points of the game. 7-point game. And we stay here. There's a game right there. We talked about Owasso a little earlier about what kind of team they are, about the 7th seed on the eastern side of the state that they just blasted Holland Hall tonight.
Saw that.
5A contender. That was a game that Owasso had to play because Booker T. Washington and Owasso couldn't agree on a date to reschedule their snowed out game. That might be the radio version of that. If you ask Brian Montanati, Booker T wouldn't play.
Well, that McGinnis-Bethany game you were talking about earlier is 35-27 in the fourth quarter. McGinnis leads by 8. How about this score? Perkins Tryon over Heritage Hall late in the fourth quarter, 35-30.
Offensive foul on Wiggins, and they don't like that on the Velma side. That's another really good district. You know, Heritage Hall's another team that plays a tough schedule, doesn't have a great record. Perkins is a legit good team. They got a chance to do some damage. I know that played in the week, not the week capital, but the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament earlier this year. And they play in a pretty good conference as well. Cushing has improved this year. Manford usually always good. Kiefer good.
This is as patient as I've seen Okarche be all night.
I'm gonna say it really has kind of slowed the game down.
Here comes this is their 5-out motion that they run. Watch for cutters.
I would have known better. I would have thought Muggenberg got up off the bench to take that pass. And one, what a great set throw. Okarche hold the basketball, wear the defense down. Caden Schieber gets the layup and the foul.
Nice take by Schieber. Man, he elevated quick. We saw him pop the rim earlier on to get a goaltend. I wonder if Caden's related to old Brandy Schieber from Enid. Used to run the donut shop.
Was that the Winchells?
No, Schieber's Donuts. You never had Schieber's? So
I didn't.
Have you ever had a?
Enid's the only place I've seen a Winchells alive and
cooking.
Yeah.
Missy's Donuts. You ever had Missy's in Guthrie?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've not had it. I know I've heard of it. It's spectacular.
That's the Schieber family.
Well, then I have disrespected them by comparing any of their businesses to a Winchells. Harris, great hustle, knocked it out right in front of us. Okarche's pushed this lead back out to 13.
I can't believe you've never had a Missy's donut.
I know this is going to shock you, looking at my physique, but I try to stay away from the donuts.
Do you really?
I do. I eat too many other things that aren't good for me. Out of bounds. Wiggins turns it over.
It's all about turnovers, and Velma is turning the ball over a ton here again. And that's what's allowed Okarche to stretch this lead back out again.
Did treat myself earlier in the week to a big size of the plate pancake from Chef Hank at Belmar.
Nice.
Inside it goes, and the foul. Great body control from Langston Walker.
Well, that was a big bucket for Velma because this thing was kind of getting stretched out. Coach Glover says you've never had Taco Village either.
It's not because I haven't tried. I did put Taco Bandito on my list earlier this year. So
yeah, we went. Didn't we go to Bandito?
I did not go with you.
No,
but
we
I
went
did,
to
I did go.
Del Taco.
We went to Mid Del Taco.
Mid Del Taco.
Mid Del Taco. Taco Bandito is going to rate slightly ahead of Mid Del.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Bandito. My all-time favorite, though, is Village. I'm going with Coach Glover on this one.
Well, I'll tell you, I will represent from K County that Taco Stop, very similar. Legendary as well. PK Harris gets a roll. (66-54). The lead is 12. They extend by 7 here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the fourth quarter and decide the regional championship here on Squirtle TV.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Scott Streller and team have been proudly serving the Edmond community for over 30 years. At the Streller Agency, we take pride in offering premier service and the highest quality insurance available: auto, home, life, and more. Our award-winning team has over 150 years combined experience to offer, and we're always working hard to make sure you never have to worry and always have peace of mind. So call or visit StrellerAgency.com today for your custom quote.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter about to get underway. 23-point quarter for Okarche. I think you take that any time.
Nice look.
Blocking foul is going to go on Easton Roby. So we'll set up what it might look like last week. If this result holds and Velma does not make a comeback, it's going to be in Shawnee on Thursday, Velma versus Drummond. And Okarche versus Van Oss. And again, that's another one of those 3 versus 5. It's the kind of game you play when you're going to the state tournament.
Got a couple doubles matching up, right?
Yeah, that's right. Boys and girls.
This Coach Jonathan Hurt at Van Oss does a heck of a job. His wife is now the head coach at East Central, because East Central's head coach, she took over at Christmas because East Central's head coach took the athletic director job at Christmas. She does a great job at East Central.
I tell you, I did have a chance to talk about this off the air, but it looked like the Lady Rangers were running up a score on some people this last week.
Yeah, they were until today. No, they've been playing well.
They got some revenge against the arch rival. Right?
They did, yeah. That was a fun one to watch for sure. It's fun whenever the ball goes through the basket, right?
Only thing that ended my career.
That's a good little set there.
Really not the truth, but a lot of other problems.
This is that little tight screening motion stuff that Aaron likes to run.
I got to tell you that this is incredibly effective. I know that they like to play wide open, but I'm not sure that against a really good team that could hurt them. Because this is executed really well, and it's tough to stop.
They all handle the ball so good. They're great in the half court also, just because of how they can beat you off the drive, and they pass so well, just like that.
when you're shooting those kind of shots, you're going to win. You're going to win games. I think I really like this team when they're a lot more disciplined on offense rather than volume threes. Tonight wasn't a good shooting night for Okarche. If they have a good shooting night, they're probably going to beat somebody pretty bad. They're still on top of a good team by 14.
He can knock it down.
Got it.
Aaron got a little animated there.
Gets it to 17. Wiggins, a wild runner, no. Saves it in underneath, and there'll be a foul. Going to the free throw line will be Langston Walker for a couple. Maybe a little bit of an upset in Class 3A. You got Lone Grove over Silo, 59-56. That's late in the game.
Need to give a shout out to Hunter, the man who covers high school prep basketball about as good as anybody. He said he's tuned in, listening in tonight.
Hunter's in, listening in.
That's what he says.
Hunter told me he was not on the road this evening, but he will be here.
Yep.
Next week. Was in Edmond earlier for the Edmond North game last week. Here's a big surprise in Class 3A. One of the top seeds in the tournament, Roland, going to overtime against Vian.
Wow.
Another layup. Great execution late in this game. Caden Schieber at the rim. And it was great shot discipline here in the fourth quarter.
And just like that, they're up almost 20.
Rebound, and Wilkerson puts it back in, and Kenny Bear will try to draw up some strategy to perhaps make one more run at this thing. 73-57, it's a full timeout. We'll take it with us. Tyler Kerr, Johnny Vegas sends us to break.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
At Bank Central, our roots run deep with a heritage that began over 100 years ago in Alva, Oklahoma. Today, our legacy continues to grow, not only in Alva, but in the other communities we serve, Cherokee, Woodward, and Enid. With our outstanding personnel, the latest in banking technology, and a wide variety of services, Bank Central has the banking expertise to help you with all your financial needs. We're Bank Central, and we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
What would you do if you only had one life to live? Well, that's kind of how this whole thing works. So bite off more than you can chew. Don't wait for someone else's green light. Go after what they say you can't. Oklahoma needs more doers, and doers don't wait. Get skilled, get paid. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Welcome back. 4:36 to go, 16-point lead for Okarche. It's been a clinic here on offense for the Warriors in the fourth quarter.
I really like what Coach West is doing too. They can, like you said, they can show they can play in the half court. I mean,
it's a tough call on Wilkerson. That's going to foul him out.
He came up off the floor. Great job by Muggenberg.
Muggenberg created the contact. Wilkerson's taking it well, although he is not yet leaving the floor. Another one of those tough regionals, McLeod and Classen. That'll be a big contrast in style. McLeod likes to play the game in the 80s, Blanchard in the perhaps 40s. Little zone defense, you saw them last night. So that game will be an interesting one to watch. Perkins and Heritage Hall game's gotten a little closer, 42-37. Another good Class 4A district was North Rock Creek and Manford. Spreading the floor, Pinkerton inside, almost had another layup for Schieber, who's played well off the bench.
And I did confirm that Brandy Schieber is related to this Schieber. So I'm going to guess he's had a fair share of donuts in his time.
Timeout. Okarche had difficulty getting the ball in bounds. I believe this one will be a quick one. So save the clock. So we're some other scores here. Go ahead.
I was going to say we're going to start looking ahead. We will be covering games just so everyone knows next week. So make sure you tune into our social media, and we'll be posting that out there. I know Mark and Joe and maybe myself or whoever it may be plan on covering maybe some of the larger school games, and then I'm guessing we'll cover a few of the smaller school areas too as well, and we'll just keep you all the way down to the big house, which Mark will have you covered down at the big house along with Chris Evans and their crew.
42-41 McGinnis over Bethany. That's late, so it's getting really close there.
Man.
Another super tough area, Veneta and Catoosa.
Now, is Catoosa the team that's been putting up like 100 on everybody?
They've scored a lot of points. They've had some losses here lately. They were in contention for a potential state tournament seed. Veneta, their quarterback, you remember Glasscock, great basketball player also. It's a tough team. PK Harris had the ball bounce off of his chest and out of bounds.
Looks like that game has gone to overtime. The one you mentioned, the Stroud-Cashion game. That would be Stroud's first victory in the season.
What?
They are 0-18.
Wow. Now they play some pretty difficult teams. PK Harris, 21 points.
Let's look at the other A games. As Sealing ends up blasting OBA, wins that game by about 25. I'm on the wrong thing here, Mark. One of these days I'll figure out how to work Squirtle. OK ends up beating Frontier by almost 30, 73-46. You were talking about Regent Prep. They beat Wright City today, 41-39.
So they're going on to the area tournament. Cashion up 2. Cashion may be the most reliable fan base to update the Squirtle app.
They're on it, I'm telling you. We got some pretty good ones. Small school.
Don't want to diminish the efforts of one T-Fred, Tyler Fredrickson at McGinnis.
And then we had T-Fred at McGinnis is one of the originals. And then we have a gentleman from Leedy that, in the early days of Squirtle, we had a scoring competition and donated $500 to the school of the scorer, whoever scored the most games in the month of January, and it was Leedy, a gentleman from Leedy that won that. He just barely edged out T-Fred.
T-Fred is not giving us updates. Coach Hamilton giving us updates tonight. 43-42, Bethany has taken the lead on McGinnis. Okarche has gone into the Anadarko offense. For those that were too critical of Coach Shumpert, they did score 87 tonight.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So they do have a different gear.
Probably see if we can't get Coach West on after this game. I'm sure he'd be happy to come and join us, if that's okay with you.
That's good with me.
Unless Velma pulls off the greatest comeback in the history of high school basketball in the last minute 50. Big props to Coach Spear and these Comets. They showed a lot of grit, getting down big early and came back and took a 4-point lead at one time. It's just too much Okarche. They got too many scorers, too balanced on both ends of the floor, and too many turnovers for Velma.
I think Velma really competed well when they got energized, and then they kind of had the life taken out of them by another big Okarche run. Wiggins gets a bucket. .117 to go. Oh, kind of a needless foul there. Pinkerton free throw's good. You can overhear the Velma streaming crew upset about the press being still on late in the game.
Oh, it doesn't end. I'm just telling you.
It's a lifestyle, right?
Yeah. You do what you do. You very rarely see Haley pull her press off, too. That's the style they play. To give a special thanks to our local ad sponsors, First Bank of Okarche. Thank you to them, and thank you to Carter Chevrolet.
Love the Carter Chevrolet ads. Those guys do a really good job.
They're fantastic. And then Cimarron Electric. Cimarron Electric they are big-time supporters of anything Kingfisher County, practically Northwest Oklahoma. Jeff Hyatt over at Cimarron Electric always supports prep athletes across the state. And Alicia at Carter wanted me to mention too. Shout out to all the students at Okarche. It takes more than just the athletes to, put on a game like this. And big props to the administrators, the cheerleaders, and the student section here at Okarche. They always do a fantastic job. So, great night here tonight.
Deep three, no, in and out, rebound to the Warriors, and I think that should do it. 81-61, the final. Okarche will move on to the area winners bracket to face Vanoss next Friday in Shawnee, and Velma will play Drummond next Thursday in Shawnee. Big night for PK Harris, balanced scoring across the board for the Okarche starters. And the home team closed it out tonight in pretty impressive fashion for the both the boys and the girls. 22-point win for the Okarche Lady Warriors and a 20-point win for the Warrior boys. Stay right here. We'll have some words with Coach Aaron West after the trophy is presented. PK Harris receives the plaque, and that will go into a trophy case here. Cameron Wiggins, I think, led the visitors in scoring tonight. Looks like that our interview is trying to be stolen. Here's a look at some of the final statistics while we wait for Coach West. 21 points for PK Harris to lead the Warriors in scoring. Jeff Muggenberg, 18. 13 for Easton Roby and 13 for Wyatt Pinkerton. Hunter Muggenberg had 11. Velma was led in scoring by Cameron Wiggins with 15. Alex Wilkerson with 14. 10 for Jackson Lord, 9 for Crew Garrett. 6 for Langston Walker, 4 for Slade Strickland. Had a really nice stretch in the first half. 2 for Jake Sullivan, 1 for Kellen Biffle, and overall 81-61. Let's look at some of these specific statistics. Okarche had 27 points off of turnovers and 30 rebounds in the game, and win it 81-61. Aaron West joins us. Congratulations, you're
Thank you,
district champs.
Appreciate it.
It's good to see you. Hey, that was a heck of a run in the first quarter, and then you guys kind of went cold from the outside a little bit. Velma came back and took the lead, but then you responded with another similar run in the third.
Yeah, after the first quarter, we had a little stretch where we turned the ball over like 2 or 3 times, took a couple bad shots, and then kind of took off on defense. I mean, they're a great team. Coach Barrett does an awesome job. We were really worried about some of the things that they did, but we came out and we came ready to play and jumped on them. We got to quit giving up those leads like that, and we got to stay at it. But some of those runs right there, I mean, if teams haven't been doing that, and then you get them running a little bit, then they start playing the way we play. So,
yeah.
So
not the best three-point shooting night for you guys tonight, but you really did create a lot of points off turnovers, which is another way speeding the game up, and you forced them into a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, that's probably the worst we shot in a while. I don't want to jinx us, but we've been shooting over 40 or 50% from 3 here the last couple of weeks. But what's really tough on our end, we got 5 guys in double digits. So guys are unselfish on this team. Almost all of our guys are averaging double digits. And then last game against Coyle, we had almost 7 guys in double digits. So pick your poison, try to pick somebody to stop. When we all play together and share the basketball, we're pretty tough.
Late in the third, early in the fourth, Schieber came in off the bench, and you guys went into a little bit more of a passing offense and showed some discipline, got all shots at the rim for about 5 possessions. I thought that may have been the difference in the game.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. I mean, we want to play with pace, and for some reason in that stretch right there where we didn't run good offense, we just stopped moving the basketball. So we had a couple guys on the bench with foul trouble, and the guys off the bench in the second half, they came ready to play in the second half, and we kind of stopped their run a little bit too by moving the ball and then getting the ball inside a little bit there and get some bumps off the glass.
I asked Haley this question. This is kind of the luck of the draw how it went. Was here for the first game of this gym this year, here for the last game of this gym. Tell me a little bit about what this crowd and environment means to you guys.
Okarche's awesome. I mean, they're in a better place to be, better fan support, parent support. I mean, you couldn't find a seat on our side right there and probably half our side over there on the other side. So Okarche's just a great place. It's the history and basketball here and the tradition and all that, and everybody come out. And if we were away on the road, it would be the same crowd. They come out and support. So have that mental edge, and then the fans over here, and then the student section was jumping tonight. So it's just a great atmosphere.
Did you tell me anything about Vanoss before you have a chance to watch a bunch of tape this week?
Yeah, Coach Hurt does a good job. They've been in the state the last, 4 or 5 years. They got 2 bigs that are about 6'2", 6'3", that can go inside and out. They got a stud point guard. Spot-up shooter in a corner. Their depth is not there. he's going to probably try to control the tempo, so it'll be a battle of the wills, I guess.
You know a lot about Van Noss. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming down anytime.
Thanks for having us
awesome.
out again. It was fun to do.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll get Adam back in here, and then we'll wrap things up and get ready for next week. As we mentioned, stay tuned, and we will be able to select some broadcasts. We're going to give you a final on that McGinnis-Bethany game. It was Bethany that won that one at home by 1 point. Perkins defeated Heritage Hall 50-45 in another game that was close. We'll check that Roland score in Class 3A, but I am not connected to the internet. So, for our entire crew here tonight, including Tyler Vegas Kerr, Okarche advances to the area finals. Both boys and girls, 22-point win for the girls, 20-point win for the boys. We'll see you next time on Squirtle.tv.